goal for Kristen Claymire, the senior leader.
And a creative celebration dance by the Lake Travis bench.
Going everywhere here tonight for the Cavaliers. Rio on the serve, everybody scrambling. A heat-seeking missile of pain. Sasha the Slayer. Here comes Hamilton. And gets the kill in the cut. Attack chance for the Cavaliers. Akins with the set. Erie with the kill. Takes set 2.
Yes! Wow, there is no denying Claymire tonight.
Erie with the swagger and the dagger.
The Cav Dome is rocking, Mike.
Hit again by Wheeler. Wheeler in the sky keeps on turning. Woo! And when you come into Lake Travis, welcome to Block City.
This is Lake Travis Lady Cavaliers Volleyball on KMAX Sports,
the undisputed leader in high school volleyball broadcasting.
And now, here's your broadcast producer as well as the voice of Lady Cavaliers Volleyball, Mike Youngblood.
Cavaliers! Cavaliers! Hey, what is going on, Cavs Nation? We are back. We are rocking. We are ready to go live here on the road tonight to close out our regular season. We have missed being part of the action. We had no broadcast on Friday night as Cavaliers taking out Anna Richards, and we've got our last regular season game before we get rocked and ripped and ready to go for playoff time. And boy, it really feels like this year has gone by fast. And it always kind of does when you're winning. When you're dominating and taking care of each match like Lake Travis has this season, I mean, it honestly does feel like yesterday that we were starting our first broadcast of the season. That was actually the scrimmage against Arouse and Dripping Springs and all of them, and then with Westwood. My name is Mike Youngblood. I'll be joined here by Mike Biesecker momentarily. I think Mike is scrambling to get through traffic. It has been some hairy days here in Austin. Yeah! Got that one. It has been not the most pleasant. Obviously, we've got the water boil notice. We've got balls flying at me, and I can't wait to try to slam some of these back. But we're in the firing range. We are actually close back here to the wall. So as the Lady Cavaliers lining some missiles our way. It is a fearsome territory to be back here. You don't pay attention, you can totally get tattooed by one of these things. And, you know, my goal is to not do that. I would really like to not get hit by one of these balls, but you know, when you got some of the hitters that Lake Travis has, we got Wheeler in the sky ripping one down here in warm-ups. But we'll have Mike Biesecker joining us. We are on the road at Akins tonight. It is the senior night for the Akins Eagles. And I tell you, this is the 4th year for Coach Mandy Thomas here for the Eagles. And, you know, when she started here about 4 years ago, this was a group that won about 3 games out of about 30 played, and the progression for them has gotten better. They won 18 games the following year, 14 games in the 3rd year, and then with this group finishing 23-17 in their last game of the season for the Akins Eagles, 6 seniors. So, you know, respect to that group. I mean, this was a program that had not gotten to double-digit wins in really the last 10 years, or excuse me, but previously before that for the last several years. And now the standard's up a little bit higher for Akins, winning 18 games, 14, and now searching for win 24, but going to find it hard to do against that Cavalier team rolling right now. And yeah, trying to kind of get at max level, get yourself ready. We could see either New Braunfels, and I'm still going to have to check with Mike B as to how to say that the most Texan way. I get grief every time I say that wrong. So, you know, I'm just trying to fit in here, folks. I want to make sure that we say that right. But Smithson Valley and New Braunfels will probably be the likely district matchup out of District 26. Getting the 3rd seed, whoever that may be. And Coach Bourne was trying to explain it, but, you know, when it comes to playoff stuff, sometimes it's not the easiest recognizable moment here. So, squad getting warmed up. I'm waiting for Mike Biesecker to try me for some giggles so we can get Mike and Mike. Right now, it's just Mike. Can you believe it? Flying solo here. This is last regular season game between these two teams. Cavaliers, why don't we take a look at the standings here? Pull this up. We do want to thank our sponsors of this broadcast, Again, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty, proud sponsors of Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports. Wherever you may be, you can find KMAC on your phone, on your computer. Pull it from the great beyond. And check out Cavs Nation wherever you may be, and we appreciate you joining us here for the broadcast as we have all season. Listening for 5 minutes, listening for 5 hours. That's dedication to listen for 5 hours anyway. So as we take a look at the standings, our final standings here before we go into tonight, Westlake likely going to hang on as district winners here, like Travis 15-2. Nothing to be disappointed about whatsoever there. Hayes 13-4, Bowie 12-5, and Akins the only team finishing at 500 this year out of this district at 9-8. And they put up a pretty good fight. The first time we played this group, I came away with a lot of respect, even though Lake Travis won 3-0. Then you see Ann Richards, Austin, Anderson, Lehman, and Del Valle rounding out District 25. It was a good district race this year. When we started talking about our projections with some of the parents that I talked to, I said this is probably how it's going to go. And sure enough, it's exactly, I thought we were going to take first. I think we all kind of felt like that was a possibility, but yeah, there are bigger things than just trying to take first place. So, again, we want to thank our sponsor of this broadcast, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty. I don't think we'll have Bobby Jones tonight. Bobby's probably been aching to get out in the sand. It has not been ideal weather to try to go out and train beach. So I think some of those folks over at Project Serve have been a little antsy to try to get out there. And again, we want to thank the folks out there. They've helped me become a better volleyball player. And we certainly encourage you to check out their website here, projectservevb.com. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, Project Serve VB. Trained up in the Domain, the south location at the Rail House in Kyle. So, they're a fantastic group. I think, between Molly, Felipe, Lexi, people really dedicated to the sport, and they're always trying to come up with new ideas. And they're going to have, I believe, the Tulane coach coming in November. I think it's November 11th. I would check the details on that at projectservevb.com. Bobby Jones is out training. We got Mike Biesecker, who's, he's not going to miss this to train volleyball, I'm sure, tonight. But
hey, happy to be here, Mike. Mike and Mike show back.
It's a scramble to get into this area, especially when you get in the slaughter lane.
Oh, wow. Here. Yeah, you live near here, right?
I live like 8 minutes from here, and it still took me like way longer than it should have. Like, I was stuck behind a bus for like 5 minutes trying to turn right somewhere, so well, I was freaking out, and I got here at plenty of time. But
we stopped
at
welcome
to broadcast. Mike and Mike ready to rock here as.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's good to be here. We stopped at a little wing place. Looked like it was a new wing place, Wild Wings, so I'll give them a little plug. We had some wings. It was good. It took a little longer. This whole water thing, you forget when you go to order water or drink.
It seems like it's unprecedented. There's nothing that I can recall in my lifetime that's ever been like this that I could, you have to worry about boiling your water, and then you live with such first world problems. You go, oh, there's people who live like this every day. Megan Becker actually was a middle for this team. They probably remember Megan.
Yeah.
And she did a fundraiser with Wellaware for this past off season. I'm here I'll chip in a little bit for that just because. I was like, cool, that's a great cause, and realize all these kids are kind of into stuff like that.
That's a great point. We have highbrow problems here, but millions of people or million plus are probably impacted by this, but. I'm excited for some volleyball tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I got to miss that. I missed that game against Ann Richards on Friday night. So even though I was having fun during football, back my mind going like, what's going on in the?
Oh yeah, you got to see a good game there.
Pretty nice. Yeah. Your buddy Mike Rosenthal.
I love Mike.
Yeah,
great guy.
He's very quick and to the point. I think he was a Mike Tice disciple if I've ever seen one. I'm like, I know why Mike Tice signed him. He is exactly the same kind of dude, but.
Yeah, you got to shake his hand, so you got that feeling of how big his.
Yeah. It was bigger. Like I felt like that scene in Game of Thrones where he could have taken his fist and just smashed her face with it. Like he was a.
He is a big man.
He still looks like he could play.
Yeah, he's such a great guy too. I was so happy they made the playoffs last year. I think that was the first time in a while Austin High had made the playoffs. But I tell you what, we need to add Ann Richards if they'll be in the district next year. That was a cool little gym. It was an old throwback gym. Probably remind you of some of the basketball gyms.
Yeah,
you played
I
in.
saw a little bit of it, and I'm like, this is probably different.
Very loud. They had a great fan base there. They had all their cheerleaders there. They're scrappy. They're a scrappy team. So they made us really, fight for our points. We had some long rallies there, and I thought that was, some good competition coming in. I went back and, I like to look at the stats, and Bowie, boy, that was one of our more efficient matches.
Yeah.
So let's keep this positive hitting momentum going, heading into the playoffs.
And we'll be broadcasting live here, KMAX Sports Mike and with Mike Biesecker. Thank you to Les Clary, our QA and producer, back in the KMAX studios. I think we have Merle Bertrand checking in as well. Again, this is, I talked about this a little bit before you got here, Mike, but Mandy Thomas, she started the same year as Coach Morin, and that's when Akins was in this district before we switched over to the other one in 2016. But they won 3 games the first year, and then, went on to win 18, 14, and then 23 games with their schedule and within this district, and guaranteed to finish 500. And, the last time these two teams played, it was not, we won that one at Lake Travis, but they did not make that easy. Like, this is a team.
Very athletic team, I know they have a freshman here, high-flying freshman that real athletic girl, track, big-time track and field athlete.
Yeah.
And a couple other really good athletes on this team. I remember them being very athletic, giving us a little bit of a push there.
They blocked pretty well, and that was the thing that was really impressive about them is that they hung in there for a while, and then as Lake Travis tends to do on the volleyball side is just wear you out, and then they.
I think tonight, what we want to. I think for me, Mike is. I'm sure for Coach Bourne as well. Let's have another night like we did with Bowie, where we really played efficiently. We hit at a very high level. We hit like 365. We want really positive thoughts going into next Monday or Tuesday's match, right?
And it's likely going to be New Braunfels or Smithson Valley, depending on how that goes tonight, because I think they are playing for the 3rd seed.
They are.
And, either one of them, once you get the playoff time, generally everybody's pretty good. Maybe your first early rounds, you might catch the right teams at the right time. But
those are 2 teams we played earlier in the year in the playoffs. I think that's why Coach Bourne really likes to go to play in some of those tougher high school tournaments. You get to see some of that competition, and I'll hopefully I have a friend on the parent Smithson Valley. Hopefully he'll give me a few updates as the match goes on. But what's interesting about that is if Smithson Valley beats them tonight, they'll have to play a match on Friday.
Yeah, they'll have to play.
And I think for 3rd or 4th, and then I think it's good and bad for us. Good, we get to do a little scouting, but bad, Mike. That gives that team a little. They get an extra match. That's kind of like a normal week for them. Then they come and see us. We're going to be practicing. But either way, both those teams are good. That's a really good district. I think it's important for us to come out here. It's senior night here at Akins, I think. So, they're going to come ready to play. Everybody's going to push us. We talked about that.
This is going to be the last match for 16. Well, I don't think Akins has any more matches left after this, unless I'm completely mistaken.
I'd be surprised unless there's
I think
a makeup.
usually by this point, this is everybody's last run of it. I mean, sometimes the schedule's a little uneven that it allows, but this is Cordelia Carroz, Allison Butler, Morgan O'Donnell, Emily De La Garza, Zola Moore, Avery Gill. It's the last time they're play high school volleyball, so give them respect due.
That's true.
Well, Mike, we'll take it here to the introductions here for the lineups. See if I can remember how to do volleyball. I feel like when we have these off weeks, or like I have an off night for the broadcast side, it feels like it's been a year since I've done it. So I know I'm being modest, but
riding a bike
still,
for you. Riding a bike.
All right, let's take it here to the floor.
Jordan James. Number 11, Sasha Rudick. Number 12, Taylor Roy. Number 14, Arden Besecker. Number 15, Jameson Wheeler. Number 18, Madison Williams. Number 19, Sydney Thompson. Number 20, Ginger Baldwin. And CC for C sister, Elena Green. They are coached by head coach Brandis Thornton. And now for your Lady Eagles. Number 1, Ali Rubio. Number 2, Delia Flores. Number 3, Allison Butler. Number 4, Sophia Rivera. Number 5, Number 6, Natalia Conway. Number 7, Morgan McDowell. Number 9, Chase Potter. Number 10, Emily De La Garza. Number 11, Zoe Moore. Number 12, Shanti Randine. Number 14, Isabel Velasquez. And number 22, Avery Gill. They are coached by Becky Thomas.
Now we got a fired up student section here
Wow.
at Akins High. Reminds me of a lot of the kids I coached last year at Brave. Same kind of kids from the same kind of area. So I got a soft spot for the Akins teams. We were the Eagles as well, but I mean I'm a LT guy all the way, but
Yeah, no,
you
they
know,
were.
we just root for them to do all right, you know.
Yeah,
Compete.
it's another one of these gyms where we're going to have a game going on behind us. You know, we have one side of the stands on the left here, which is very full. The student section's very active. They were tackling each other, Mike, to try to get those,
Sounds like my
those
guy,
balls
for
and
sure.
candy and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's great to see people coming out and supporting volleyball on senior night. And looks like we're going to have a nice gym, nice packed gym, and
You know, I can
hopefully a good match.
remember the first year we came here, it was such a weird environment, and the team wasn't doing all that well, so you had just, mischievous kids rambling around all over the place, teachers yelling at them and stuff. And
Coach has done a heck of a job here. I didn't realize that they had progressed that much. I mean, it's a great story.
yeah, it's, I think there's always a lot of talent in some of these 6A schools. It's just, can you get the right people in the building to bring that all together?
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, it's tough when you're the schools like Anderson and Akins that, probably aren't going to have the means and the resources to commit to every one of your kids being with really good club coaches, personal coaches. And, it's not lost on those kids there, the value that they get out of it. And it's something real special to see here at Lake Travis is, it's not just about your athletic ability. It's about your investment of your time and energy and the people you surround yourself with in the pursuit of greatness.
For sure. And we talked about volleyball being such a team sport where, you have to have your teammates around you. You have to be working, cohesively as a group. So that's what Lake Travis has been doing most of the year, Mike.
Well, here we go. Let's start the match here. Going to reserve receive here for Lake Travis. Pass around the floor. Eklund bumps this. Here's Claymire with a two-handed runner received here by Akins. Set here to the right side. Overhanded. Dug up by Jams. Hit on the left side. Slapped over by Kristen Claymire. Bumped up here by O'Donnell. Bumped up, tipped up in the air off the block. Eklund's first, Cohen second. Here comes Maddie. Maddie diagonal. It's sent right at Mike Biesecker with the dig out of bounds, but Be a point here for the Akins Eagles early in set one.
Yeah, Maddie didn't play Friday. She's recovering a little bit from a turf toe, I heard, Mike.
Oh, that is not ideal. Well, there's going to be an ace for Kayla Munoz. 2 points here for Akins, 2-0. Here in set number one.
Eunice got a nice serve.
Okay.
We have a good angle here for her serve. It's dropping as soon as it goes over the net.
And a baby jump serve. Ooh, some heat on that one. Received here on the left side of the net, passed around. And another point here for Akins. And now here's a tough part, for Lake Travis is that, realistically, nothing to play for. Your path is set. You're just waiting to play. And now you're coming into a road environment where everybody's fired up on the other side. You got to find a way to turn it up. And it'll be a service error on Akins. Now, good little run there by the Eagles. And now 3-1. And the Cavaliers on the serve.
Very aggressive serving. We got McKenna Eklund starting out and serving again. Abby have been fighting off some flu symptoms, I think, or bronchitis, so she's been hurt, or out a little bit as well.
And Claymeyer's first serve sent at Falkway. Pass around here, right side, blocked back. They'll say that was 4. It did not clear the net. Jams was right there on the left side of the net.
Jams in the net. Called jams in the net on that one.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yep.
Okay. This is a tough part about our angle, as I'm probably going to get a few of these wrong. Set by Eklund in the middle. Sasha with a tip, but blocked back. Here on the LT side, hit on the left side. Jams hits the middle of the floor. Pass around left side, overhanded. Claymeyer deep court pass here to the left side of the net. And it's going to be hit out of play. It's going to be Akins 5-1.
Yeah, that's a unforced error by McKenna. It's two bump sets that she struggled with a little bit, so we need to settle down.
And here's a serve received by Cohen, straight up in the air. Here comes Eklund with a set. Jams down the line. Covered up here on the right side of the net. Bumped here in second. Hit out of play. At her feet. Hits it over. Here is Valklein. Cavaliers scrambling. Here comes Jams with a touch off the fingertips. Still kept alive by the Eagles. They'll freebie this one deep. Back to LT. Set by Eklund. Eklund at Rudick in the middle trying to connect. And out of sync.
And another person, Sasha. So Abby didn't play very much on Friday. Sasha was at her official visit to Providence this weekend, so she didn't play Friday as well, Mike.
And it'll have a service error on De La Garza. Point for the Cavaliers. Those 2 points have come off as service errors. And actually, let's get this scoreboard fixed.
Yeah, they're Kelsey's back serving now.
And here's a serve received here by Akins. Pass to the right side across the net, and an error. It's the attempt by Folkway. Going to be in the net. Point for the Cavaliers. 3 points for them. All off of errors by the Eagles.
Yeah, we're taking advantage of their errors right now. Let's see if we can start creating some offense of our own here.
And here we go. Cohen line drives this here. Chester, and going to be an ace for Kelsey Cohen. And that's how we get things started here for the Cavaliers.
Good serve by Kelsey. That's just what we need. We need something to get us going. We're playing a little rusty. We had a couple girls weren't playing Friday. You can tell that right now. Just got to get in the rhythm a little bit.
Here we go. Into the net. Into the net on the serve. It's going to be Akins 7, LT 3. And we'll have Castieri in again with Carson Hempel, Maddie Williams, Kelsey Cohen. And it's up 7-4. Received here by Claymire. Set here by Hempel. Erie tapped over. Hit back to Erie and blocked by the Akins Eagles, up 8-4.
Yeah, I think we're setting a little low. Our middles are not able to extend right now. Their blocker is up. We don't have a lot of offense going right now. We need someone to step up right here.
And punched over on the serve too strong. And 4 of the 5 points for the Cavaliers off of service errors or some type of error. And hey, I mean, you're going to get those in the match.
Yep.
No guarantee those continue. But have Keely Hamilton in the ball game with Jams, Erie, Kelsey Cohen, Kristen Claymire, and Abby Watts. Spins this one here to the right side for Akins. Falkway with a rise and smack saved by Watts on the touchback. Here on the right side, a pick swing by Hamilton down the line. Passed up, they'll set it here on the left side. Tapped over. Watts trying to dive for it. And that was a point for Makai Falkway. And you saw her get up off the floor pretty quick over the blockers.
And she's got nice springs to her. She's a freshman, so we're going to see a lot of her in the years to come, Mike.
Probably not looking forward to it next year, but it's 6 seniors for this Akins Eagles group in their last ball game. Playing some spirited ball. Received here by Cohen. Watts in the middle. Here comes Erie with a punch over. Received middle of the floor. Set here to the right side. Smacks it over. Watts now going to be on the set behind. Here comes Keeley. Off bounce. Spins this one and Now, Keeley didn't quite have the best angle to make the best attack, and Coach Bourne will take a timeout.
Yeah, good early timeout.
Yeah.
We're just not in sync right now. Our sets seem a little low to me, and that's causing the hitters to try to hit some different type of shots that are either easy to get or they're we're hitting them long or out of bounds. So we just got to get in our rhythm here. Akins is coming out fired up on their home court senior night. And then, you'd expect that.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be your last game of the season, for many the last game of their career, you're going to give everything you have. And I'll tell you got to find a way to. And I heard Coach Shaka Smart say this: find a way to step on their throat. And not the most pleasant term ever, obviously, but when you're a competitor, that's what it's got to be about. Is you got to show no mercy. You really got to take them out and play your best. And
I think it's important for us going to the playoffs. I'd like to see us dominate here once we get back on track.
Received by Jam, set by Wheeler. The give and go to the Wheeler in the sky, and gets a kill here. And that's a first attack chance converted by the Cavaliers. Now down 10-6.
Nice play coming out of the timeout, Mike. That's exactly what you want, right? Let's get that point coming out of timeout. See if we can get a little momentum here.
And received here on the right side, nearly overpassed. Inside the pin, slapped back by Kristen Claymeyer. There with the left hand on the other side of the net. Another point for the Cavaliers. 2 points out of the timeout here in set one.
Yeah, the refs are letting them play a little bit. I saw a couple doubles already. They let slide, so we'll see if that continues.
Jam sends it deep toward middle of the floor. Hit by the middle, save. Dug out of the net by Claymeyer. Tapped over by Claire Havens. And they're going to have
net Akins.
Net on Akins and a point for the Cavaliers. Havens on the floor with Hamilton, Claymeyer, Watts, Jams, Wheeler. And here we go. Wheeler sends it diagonal. Actually, middle of the floor. Hit to the right side. Volkov with the rise back too far. Out of play. Point for the Cavaliers, who have now closed this 10-9. And a good little comeback coming
nice
here by the Cavs.
Yeah, Coach has done that all year. She seems to have a good knack this year of calling timeouts when we need it. And we see ourselves typically going a little run after that. So, we're putting a little pressure on them, serving aggressive. Akins probably has to play, a pretty flawless match here to continue. But right now they're playing well. I like to see the energy right now. The girls are high-fiving on our side at Lake Travis, and I think they're probably determined to make sure that we keep the momentum here in this first set.
Yeah, finish strong, and like you said, you don't want to have that nasty feeling of like, boy, we did not play well going to our last match hanging over. So Jams sends it from the left side here to the middle of the floor on the serve. Here's the third touch, bump by Havens, chicken winged it alive. Watt's going to bump this over on the freebie. Bumped here by O'Donnell, hit the left side by Falkway into the net, and a point for the Cavaliers on the air on the attack chance.
Yeah, they're giving us a few points. That's something you can't do against Lake Travis typically. You give us a couple points, we'll take them and start creating our own.
Chance from left side, sends it diagonal. Set here to the right side, Falkway tips it over, received by Hamilton first, Watts second. Here comes the runner, hit off the block by Claymeyer. Now bump from the middle here by Akins, Falkway from the left side. Drop shot, and it stays inside the line. Not a big swing, but nice play by the freshman. Point for the Akins Eagles.
Yep, she had a couple swings into the net. She's very athletic. I think another year of club ball for her. Look out, right?
No kidding. Donald's going to float this one over, received by Cohen, middle of the floor, set by Watts to the outside. Kristen with the big line, blocked out of bounds. Point for the Cavaliers, ties it at 11.
Great swing by Kristen there, just two on the block. You mentioned Mike Rosenthal earlier. The freshman here for Akins, Falkway, if I'm pronouncing her name right, she plays for Lindsay Rosenthal, his wife. Is her club coach. So, yeah. And she talks about her quite a bit, so she knows she's got a lot of potential there.
Rio here on the serve, hit around 3 times. Now received by Wheeler, set by Watts, quick smacked by the Slayer, Sasha Rudick. And a point, well, actually, that is a point for the Cavaliers.
Great pass by Taylor, in transition, in system, perfect set, and Sasha just put it away. That's what we like to see here from Lake Travis offense.
12-11. Let serve, receive, short. Now set across the net here to the left side, off balance hit, recovered by Jams. Set by Watts. Good set. Here comes Claymeyer from the left side. Smacks it down. A point for the Cavaliers. And You know, Bobby was talking about rhythm sets. You knew that as soon as that came off the hands of Watt, that was going to get converted.
Yeah, that's 4 kills in a row. Our offense is starting to heat up here.
13-11. Fletcher crawls over the net. Set here from the right side. Hit the back row. Double going to be called. And point for the Cavaliers. Is, you know, a good early run by Akins, but the Cavaliers starting to refocus and dial in.
Yep, passing looks strong right now. We're in system. Let's keep that going.
14-11. Taylor Diamond Rio here on the serve and launches this one over down the line here on the left side of the net. Pass here out of system, hit, tipped off the block. Jams receives it, middle of the court first. Watch for the dump off, perfect dump for the turn and burn. As we like to say, 15-11.
Yeah, that's a great play, and really that's another play made by our blockers. That block touch slowed that hit down enough, Mike, where we get a perfect pass, and Abby could go to work on one of her dumps.
And here's the serve received by Akins. Pass across the floor here to the right side. Hit by O'Donnell. The libero hit left side. Received first by Hamilton. Set up by Watts. Big swing by Hamilton. Tipped off the block here on the Akins side. Donald here with a third. Smacks it over. Jams there to receive it first. Watts second. Here comes Claymire with authority through the block.
Nice swing by Kristen. Kristen's swinging well. You know, she's gone cross court. She's hit 2 lines where she tooled the blocks. She's really mixing up her shots well right now.
And Rio leading the rally here for the Cavaliers. Launches it here right side. Bumped up here by Caros. Hit by O'Donnell here on the third. Set by Watts behind. Here's a tip block back. Claymire trying to keep it up with one hand on the block back and will drop down to the floor. Point for the Akins. The Akins Eagles have kind of been slowed down a little bit, and a point back on their side. 16-12. Cavaliers lead by 4. Served by Zola Moore, received here by the player. Oh my lord, Sasha smacks this one. It's still alive by Akins. Saved by Wheeler back row. Here comes Hamilton on the strike. The drop shot, block back. Watts there to put up in the air. Rio there to pass behind. Here comes Double K. Tipped off the block, received by Moore. Set here to the outside. Big swing, blocked by Hamilton. Block back to Hamilton. Hamilton with the rise and smack on the right side.
Nice rally. I think that might have been our best rally of the night, Mike. Kristen had a nice swing. You know, Keely had a block, and then she jumped up quickly and placed that in the right corner. Great play by Hamilton.
17-12. Cavaliers now in, still serving. And it'll be Carson Hempel sending in middle of the floor. Set here by Caros. Hit on the outside, off balance. Hit, recovered. No, that was Shanti Ramdeen. And it'll be a point for the Akins Eagles. And like I said, we're in the backside corner of this. This is the weirdest angle I think we've had to broadcast all year. So bear with us if we get our directions wrong. Received here by Rio. Set here from the middle by Hempel behind. Kristen, just a punch up in the air from the right side. And, Kristen's got all the shots. Sometimes a little unorthodox, but, when you play beach as much as she does, she's got every tool in the bag.
Great shot. I think that's 4 kills for Kristen already.
18-13. Jump serve into that point for the Akins Eagles.
Yeah, so right now, if I'm coach, we're giving a few back to them. We want to extend this lead. So let's get this right back and go on a little bit of a run here to close it out.
And serve receive here by Rio. Then going to be smacked by Shanti Ramdeen on the overpass. Point for the Akins Eagles. 15-8. Akins down 3 here on senior night at Akins High. And here's the serve receive here by Rio Short. Pass around here to the right side. Hamilton's going to get one off of 1 foot. Sends it diagonal. Bump here to the right side. Hit here by Avery Gill, a senior. Received by the Claymire. And here we go. Jams down the line as the Wheeler in the sky keeps on turning.
Yeah,
Point for the Cavaliers.
That is undefensible right there. That is great shot down the line. The room for error on that shot is a very difficult shot. You have to have a lot of confidence. You have about a 6-inch window there to hit, and she nailed it.
And here we go. The International House of Pancakes, Kelsey Cohen, floats it over here to the left side of the net. O'Donnell's going to pass it from the back row. I think I'll have a double called.
Yeah,
that's generally, that would have been a difficult pass to get.
Yeah, it was. And they're getting a little out of system on their side, and we got a person that needs to tie her shoes.
And an ace for Kelsey Cohen. Got 2 of them here in set number 1, and Is it just me, or does she seem like she's got a little extra oomph on her serve since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think so. The little flatter, a little more difficult to receive. So this is what we wanted to see. I think it was 18-14, and now we've taken a 4-point lead and extended it to 6. This is what we don't want. You don't want teams, especially in the playoffs. We don't want teams hanging around, right? If we're up by 4. We want to try to extend that lead a point or two versus letting them back in the set. So I like to see this here. And now this is an important point coming out of the timeout. Nice aggressive serve. Keep putting the pressure on Akins.
21-15. Again, we want to thank our sponsors of this broadcast: Capital Title, Keller Williams Realty, proud sponsors of Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball, Mike Emwood, Mike B. Secker, Mike in the house here at Akins High. It's Cavaliers 21-15 here in set 1 after the Akins timeout. If you're just joining us, a little sloppy early on, but Cavaliers starting to heat up as the International House of Pancakes Cohen sends it diagonal from the left side of the floor. Freebie sent by Akins, deep court. Cohen pass here to Hempel in front of the net. Here comes Maddie. Maddie the machine tools it off the block, and a point for the Cavaliers.
Nice swing by Maddie, and we're hitting line shots, we're hitting cross, we're hitting a lot of different shots right now. I like what I see. What we see from our hitters so far.
Yeah, we got to get more exciting plays so we can get more catchphrases out here, Mike. It gets me fired in. An ace for Kelsey Cohen. 3 aces.
Kelsey's on a roll, and you're right. Her serve is flat and then dropping right after the net here. It's very difficult to receive.
We're seeing her kind of like angle it high and seeing it kind of spin directionally in a lot of different ways that. I think early on it was pretty simple, and now she's really starting to do some magical stuff. That's a little more in serve receive dump off. Cohen saves it with a pancake. Here comes Wheeler with a power tip, hit back on the other side of the point. Point Cavaliers. Kelsey Cohen there to save the day, and a great play for the Cavaliers.
Kelsey's doing it all herself. It's Kelsey's world right now, and we're just living in it. She's acing, she's pancaking.
Here we go. Cohen here with a potential set point. Pass high, now back into the floor. Here comes the third one overhand. Freebie Kelsey saves it. Hempel keeps it up in the air, avoids, and actually goes on the Akins side. Oh man, that ball came close to me, Mike. It's that close.
Well, it was a tough pass. It was a great dig by Kelsey. A good play by Carson there. Hempel just missed it.
24-16. Cavaliers in serve receive. Will send it here to James from one knee, set by Hempel. Smacked over by Claire Havens, point 25. Havens has gotten a ton of opportunities with all the great middles that we have here between the Slayer and Lake Erie.
She came in Ann Richards and did a nice job. That's probably why she's getting a little playing time here. Coach is running 3 setters again. I know that was one of Bobby's things, but we saw all 3 setters. And that's probably just getting each of them ready for the playoffs, making sure that they have some game time experience heading into the playoffs, because you just don't know what we're going to face there, right? You just don't know what kind of matches we're going to get involved in. A little slow start, and we've done that a few times this year. We had a nice middle to back half of that set. I'd like to see us now come out in the next 2 sets and start clean right away. And as you said, let's assert some of our aggression here
the team's right here in front of us. We can address them. Maybe we're a lot closer to the bench than we normally tend to be, which is kind of my choice.
Yeah. It'd be nice to, if they call a timeout, it'd be good to kind of see what goes on there, right?
But Cavaliers take set 1, 25-16. And it is kind of was what it was. Got some good attacks in there, some nice little plays, momentum built up here shortly. Hey, we got Elena Green in the house here tonight too as well.
Yeah. We got the Dig Pink shirts on. We're closing out October here for Cancer Awareness Month. So the teams here supporting each other, and it's hard to believe it's the last match of the season. The regular season. What are they, 39? 39-13?
Let me pull up this. I should know this, but it's been
I know we're 15 and
31-13.
31-13.
And you think about some of those losses, the teams that have played in tournaments, and there's some really great teams that Lake Travis had to go through and all the 3 tournaments that they played. So
yeah, and I like our tournament schedule. I got to tell you, I didn't realize how important that was. So I started looking at the district crossovers for the first few rounds of the state playoff, and we're going to see a lot of those teams. Hopefully, we make a run, but we'll definitely see one either New Braunfels or Smithson Valley next week. So.
I mean, it was, it took on the Woodlands, Reagan, Flower Mound.
Yep.
Got Churchill once just in a regular season match in a tournament. Georgetown, Warren, Bronzeville, Hayes, Ridge Point, Weatherford was the 7 Lakes. I mean, there were some really quality teams that we got to face before, we got going with the official regular season. So, this hopefully translates it. I mean, it's up to this group what they want to make out of this, and I think they all, know what the mission is. We don't need to spell that out for anybody here. They know it crystal clear as much as anybody. So,
yeah, I think I think it's 7 matches you have to win state. You have to play in. 7 rounds there. It's really one match. A 1-match season every week, right? So. That's the way they have to look at it. We have 6 seniors. I believe that we haven't gotten out of the first round the last 3 years. 4 years ago, we made it to the 3rd round and lost to Woodlands. So, kind of start as far as taking the program forward. That's a goal, right? To try to get out of that first round.
And it'll be Abby Watts who sends it diagonal here, received by Akins, hit on the left side, lobs over, received by Wheeler. Cohen calls for it deep court, nice pass, and Maddie's going to preview this diagonal. Set from the middle here, they go to the right side, hit on the slide, and a point inside the line. Mike Biesecker taking that one up as hit to our scorer's table. 1-0 Akins.
We're going to get a few shots if they have good players on the other side of the court hitting this deep corner. We're going to get a few this way.
And Watts with the set here on the right side. Here comes Claymire with a great approach, hit down the line, overpass. Rudick with the first one. Watts now here with the set. Here comes a hit by Maddie, and M1000. Is that a point for the Cavaliers? I can't see.
I think it goes out a little long. Little miss hit there by Maddie. You can tell her timing's a little off. I think she's going to take her a little while to get into this match. Boy, the ref is calling a very quick game. I don't think we were set, Mike, and they just came in with an ace. I've noticed that before. There was a girl trying to tie her shoe, and he must have somewhere to go tonight. I don't know. He's trying to get out of here quick.
Yeah, got a date tonight, I think. It's like, that's received here by Claymire. Low pass here, Watts. Claymire will run and slap this one over back to the LT side. Cohen hustles to pick it up, and the rally back here on the 3rd touch. Set from the middle. Slide here on the right side, tipped by Rudick and blocked out of bounds. Point for the Akins Eagles, up 4-0.
Here we go again. Starting a little slow. I thought one of the first balls we could have played. We thought it was out. Then they actually started to make a couple plays on their side. Just as I say that, their coach has got to be upset about that. Anytime they've gotten a little momentum against us, they've kind of put one in the net and it's got us started.
And we'll have Kristen Claymire out here to serve, and we'll launch it on over. Good serve sent deep court, received by O'Donnell of Akins. Set here to the left side. Tipped, and we'll have a double call. We'll take it. The point for the Cavaliers down 2-4.
Couple unforced errors on their side, and you don't want to do that against Lake Travis. It's hard enough.
Comes Claymire on the serve, floats it high, deep inside the line. Ace for Kristen Claymire.
Nice serve by Kristen. She's gone back to her jump serve here late in the season. I like that. A little more aggressive. That was a nice serve right on the line.
So Claymire a few feet deep. Once, twice, throws it up, and clears the net. Almost nearly an ace. Recovered by O'Donnell. Slide, spinning, tip. Cohen here with the second touch. Maddie, the two-handed over. Recovered by Akins. Diving to hit the floor to keep that alive. Hit by Bulkley. Here's a set by Watts here to the outside. Here comes the Wheeler in the sky. The 18-wheeler with the rip down the left side.
18-wheeler.
Yeah, I was with them. Remember when Texas had that whole offense?
Yeah.
Remember
the 18-wheeler pack.
The 18-wheeler with
who was that quarterback? Swoops. Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. Well, we got the 18-wheeler ourselves here for Lake Travis. 4-4. Tip on over before Cly. Here is received jams diagonal down the line. There comes Kristen with a smack over her hand from the back row. Hit around here for Claymire straight up in the air. Good pass by Cohen here to the right side. Maddie hits it over off her feet. Dug up middle of the floor. Hit on the right side by Kill. Blocked by Rudick. Hit on the left side. Volkweif now hitting it over. Claymire from the middle. Sasha with a hit. Tip block. Point for the Cavaliers. And
yeah, that's the freshman will learn. I mean, I think Foco right now, she was blocked a few times earlier. She's kind of rolling the shot over. And then, we're going to eat that up in transition. And Sasha, does what, Rudick did what she does best and put it away.
5-4. Claymire leading the rally. Floats it here, sends it to the right side of Akins. Now they'll send it over to the left side and into the net. 6-4. We were getting hyped for Block City early on, and now it seems like teams are being really cautious to not try to tool it or try to get it through because they realize you cannot get past Sasha the Slayer or Lake Erie. Claymire leading the serve overpassed, and it'll be a point after a net violation on the Cavaliers.
Jams in the net there. But you're right. I think that teams learned after the first time around, they're staying away from our middles. You can definitely tell that.
And there's a serve received by Claymire, deep right side. Here comes Jams. Jams sends it deep court. Set here to the left side. Tipped over, covered by Watts. Claymire passing it forward. Watts going to hit it on the third. Gill receives here for Akins. Set across the net. Volkweif gets it through the block between Duke Williams' wall and Sasha. And, every once in a while you can find a hole through the Williams wall. It takes, it takes a Mission Impossible-esque ability, but...
Nice swing on their side. Nice swing. We were there, but better swing.
6-6, here we go. Received here by Claymire short. Set by Watts here, the outsider. Comes Jams. Jams with the elevation of the smash. Doesn't even seem fair.
Man, I tell you, when she's in rhythm, like you said, when you can see certain sets, and you're just like, here's
Kill coming right here. 7-6 is going to be Kelsey Cohen here on the serve. Left to right, sends it middle of the floor, and that is set 4 or set 5.
Boy, that might be 5 aces for her. That's 4 or 5 aces. She's
job, Kelsey.
Great. Serving great. A little more aggressive. I like the way she's serving right now.
We give her a golf clap right there. That's a couple of birdies out there for the International House of Pancakes.
Another one.
6.
Oh, man.
Like a bad deck of cards, somehow Kelsey Cohen has come up with 6 aces.
Yeah, well,
they're supposed to have 4, Mike.
Yeah, I do that. And she's got blackjack, right? She's number 21 here.
Yeah, that's... We got a lot of card metaphors here on our broadcast. Here we go. Serve received here by the Eagles. Dump off on the second ear of the first
Another
time.
pancake.
Another pancake.
Oh, no.
It's kind of like college when we wish you could have the replay on that, but been watching some of the college telecasts, trying to pick up what these college broadcasters are doing, and I said, Mike and Mike go out there and crush them.
Yeah, I do the
Respect
same
to
sometimes, too. I do the same. Oh, okay, the down ref's coming over.
Well, I mean,
I don't think they know who she is. Do they know? Do we need to go tell them?
Do they not know
her
about the
nickname?
International House of Pancakes? Open all night. Pancakes all night. Right, Elena?
I mean, if her hand's on the floor, she's going to get the pancake. That's just who she is.
With syrup,
Yeah.
You have the... It is, and I mean, we've seen it. I mean, like, Maddie had one against Bowie that was like, I was standing right there, like, screaming in the face, like...
Kelsey's
I know you don't see it much in high school, but, like, we do it. We do pancakes here at Lake Travis.
Absolutely.
We're all about them. Received by Claymire, middle of the floor, hit the outside. There comes Jams. Jams hits it deep forward middle. Hit on over here on to Cohen, straight up in the air. Watts with a set behind. There comes Maddie. Maddie down the line, covered up by the line blocker. Oh, hit off the basketball hoop point for the Cavaliers.
Nice swing by Maddie. She was going cross court. She took that one down the line. That's a difficult shot for a right-hander on the right side. She made it look easy there, so we'll have point Lake Travis.
Carson, the Catalyst Temple. Here on to serve here from the right side. Sends it diagonal. Oh, and an ace for Carson Hempel. A short serve hit in a perfect location, and that defender back there just didn't seem to have a chance for it. So point for the Cavaliers, up 11-7. Here we go. Hempel with the left hand smacks it over short. Scrambling here are the Akins Eagles, received by Claymire, and reach over called on. What was the? He was either bumping to some really good rap music or
aggro attack. Look how fast he tried to call that. So yeah, timeout here by Akins. Good timeout. We went on another nice run there. in the middle of the set and early in the set, and you know, kind of going through the motions a little right now, and
yeah, but the good motions.
Oh, very good.
Like
Very
we
good.
call it the good motions. Like the get yourself into that routine of doing things that we do in system and smacking the ball. And yeah, Matty had some good swings. Jams has been crushing.
Yeah, I think our hitters are hitting well. Our setters are putting the ball in a good position. We're seeing some good inspired defense. Passing has been solid. Yeah, we've just started a little slow here and there, but in general, it's been from about the middle of that first set on, we've been playing pretty flawless volleyball. So let's keep it going.
12-7. Let's just make that a habit. And Hempel lines it. Short serve again. Good serve. Set here to the left side. Tipped off. Kelsey Cohen and Claymeyer nearly colliding. Giggling a little bit as they both wanted the ball. And that ball tipped off the blocker for LT on the right side of the net. Point for the Akins Eagles.
Well, Cohen's not going to have a heck of a night. I guess she's going to make one mistake here or there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, eventually. And it'll be a
Wow.
service error on the Eagles, 13-8. And I mean, this was a pretty loud gym at the start.
Yeah.
Eagles were pretty excited. Now it's a lot of people on their hands, quiet. Here now in set 2 as the Wagon Wheeler sends this one middle floor. Set here by Akins, hit on the left side, tipped off the block. Cohen trying to save it, laying out for it, 13-9.
Good swing there by Akins. Good swing. Used the block well and hard to defend. Every time they've had a nice play, they've come back and missed their serve. Let's see if they can keep the ball in play here and put a little pressure on Lake Travis.
And it'll be senior Zola Moore sends it diagonal at Claymeyer. Good pass here, nail pass by Hempel for the set, and a double going to be called. And point for the Akins Eagles. And yeah, tight call here tonight. I haven't been able to really look at the flight of the ball, so I when I see it
probably could have been a double. Could have been. Yep.
Moore here on the serve, received here by Claymeyer. Set here to the left side. Here's hit by Claymeyer. Sent deep floor, middle overpass. Claymeyer smacks it here from the left side. Now on the Akins portion of the floor. Pin left side blocked. Blocked by Cassidy Erie.
Lock City.
Cavaliers.
Hadn't had a chance to call that much tonight, but
No.
it's good to see Cassidy getting in the mix there with a nice solo block.
And when we have more people visiting the Block City area, that's when we get more excited. But it's a very warm mood when you visit Block City, and it's going to be an ace here for Taylor Rio as the Cavaliers will meet her right in the middle.
Racking up the aces tonight, Mike. But teams are staying away from that zip code, Block City. They're staying away.
It is a very tough neighborhood to cross into. Sasha trying to get in here on the overpass. Claymeyer with a drop shot here from the left side and floats it over point for the Cavaliers.
Nice shot by Kristen. Found a nice opening in the middle of that court. They had a nice block up. She went right over the top. She got five kills right now. Like Travis is starting to hit on all cylinders again.
Diamond Rio here on the serve, 16-10. Sends it middle of the floor. Adam O'Donnell set from the middle, hit across the left side, and too strong. We'll say that was tipped by Lake Travis. 16-11. Cavaliers ahead by 5 in set 2. On the road tonight at senior night for Akins.
Well, this gym got quiet. I mean, it's a pretty full student section over here, and they just haven't had a lot to cheer for yet since the beginning part of this match.
Here we go. Wheeler receives this one. Hempel inside the attack line. Here comes McKenna Eklund to the right side. Angles it. Now pass here to the left side of Akins. Received by Wheeler. Nearly overpassed. One touch. Rudick keeps it up in the air. Eklund with a smack and finds the crease.
Nice up by Hempel there to keep that point alive. Rudick made a nice play on that ball as well. But that was just a nice defensive play to extend that rally and put the point away.
17-11. We'll have Abby Watts on the serve for the Cavaliers, as we call her the bank teller. Helping our hitters cash in on payday. Hit on the right side. There's a safe receive by Jams. Watts will go into the net as she tries to keep that ball live. And 17-12 is overdraft on the bank teller. All right, 17-12. There's a receive by Claymeyer. Watts with the set here on the right side. The give and go. Tapped on over Set here to the middle here to Akins. Hit on the left side. Received by Jams. Everybody hustle.
Great
forward. With
hustle.
one hand. Oh, a good hustle over there, Taylor.
Great hustle by Taylor. You saw, she's a track star as well. I believe 400 is her race.
Yep.
Made it to state. You saw the speed there, Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody else on the team could have got that ball.
Well, I mean, everybody can have speed, but do you have hustle? And that's going to be an ace here for the Akins Eagles.
Man, this guy, the up ref is calling it. I mean, we're barely, we like to talk between these points. I mean.
Yeah. We want to, have a cup of coffee, say cheers, Mike.
Hey,
that was a
broadcasting
wonderful
over
play
here.
that just happened there. We were just want to take a moment to reminisce, and Akins does not want to give Lake Travis any moment to be happy about anything.
No, they're moving quick. He's I've seen a few refs like this in my day, and
it's kind of like baseball umpires.
Yeah,
it's a World Series going on, so if you have guys out there going to take 20 seconds to scratch their butt, put their pine tar on the baseball, wave to their girlfriend out in the crowd or something, and then throw a pitch. Baseball's riveting. I mean, incredibly slow.
Yeah.
But we have the World Series or something going on.
Something's going on. Yeah. A couple teams you might have heard of.
Boston.
Some storied franchises there, so it should be exciting.
And we'll have Emily De La Garza on the serve. Senior received by Jams. Little pass bumped here by Watts. Here comes a big swing by Claymire on the run. The double K with a smack.
Right off the top of the block. A smart play.
She's
high hands, we call that. Going after the top part of that hand. Not even trying to put the ball in play. That's a real high-level shot right there.
18-14, Claymire a few feet behind the line. Again, last regular season game for this Cavaliers before we get to playoff time. Well, that's what we need. We need Akins talking to the officials, say, hey, slow down here a little bit pal. Yeah, these broadcaster guys want to talk a little bit and dissect the action here with Mike and Mike. And Les Clary, our QA producer, back in the KMAX studios, keeping it real, as we like to say. 18-14, Cavaliers up 4 as I'm not sure what they could be disputing.
I'm not sure. I definitely saw the tip up there, so I'm not sure if that's what they're looking at. But I think it'll be exciting next week. I think both New Braunfels or Smithson Valley will be a test. They're both solid teams. We were 1-1 against New Braunfels earlier this year in tournament play. And we won an inspiring match against Smithson Valley. That's the one we talked about.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Savannah just took over at the end of.
That was to get into gold, so that was a very important match. They're a scrappy team, that Smithson Valley, and New Braunfels is as well. That's kind of the MO of that district in San Antonio. They play really, really strong defense.
I think they've had a coach that's been there for a long time there at Smithson Valley.
Right,
it's over 500 win time. I can't remember the exact details off the top of my head. All right, Claymire sends it here on the serve after the stoppage play. Hit on over here. Hit tipped off the block. Claymire trying to save it with one hand. A nice strike on the left side there by Fuquai.
Fuquai, the freshman.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but she's starting to come into her own a little bit in this match. What I liked before is she was hitting high shots to avoid the block. Now she's trying to swing off the top, and she can definitely jump high enough. So that was a nice play by her. Hard to defend. 18-15,
Cavaliers and serve receive. Serve short, covered up by Wheeler. They'll pass it right back to Jams, and a great cut there.
Boy, Jams is, she's leading the pin hitters and the starters in hitting percentage, and she's just so efficient with her shot making. She does not make errors, but she also hits aggressive. It's fun to watch.
Cohen sends it down the line,
wow.
and
you might need a new serving nickname for her.
Oh, my Lord. Another ace there for Kelsey.
8 aces.
It's like 7 tonight, is it not?
Yeah, about 7 aces for Kelsey Cohen. She's on fire from the line right now.
See the heat coming off her fingertips right there. Line drive, middle here, the floor set. Big rise there by Fuquai. Jousting. Hit it deep here by Claymire on the first touch. Watts right up in the air. Here comes double K. Rips it and gets the kill here from the back row attack. 21-15. And no doubt, as soon as Watts put that ball up in the air, Kristen was going to have a great chance to convert.
Nice play by Kristen. She's been hitting well from the pipe there in the back row.
All right, 21-15. Here we go. Hit on the right side. Maddie with the first touch here on the hit on over. Here comes Wheeler. Blocked back, blocked out of bounds. That was touched by Akins. Point for the Cavaliers.
Our outside hitters, both KK and Wheeler, are getting it done tonight. They're both hitting really well.
And Cohen leading the way again, and too strong as that one almost left, went out into Mopac. She hit that one a long way. 16 to 15 Cavaliers.
Another good run by Cohen, though, Mike. She's kind of been the one that's been extending our leads here with her serving.
All right, 22-16 Cavaliers. In serve receive, received by Kleemeyer. Picked up her 1,000th dig the other night. Oh! Maddie from the right side with the hammer.
Nice swing by Maddie there. I mean, we talked about it all year. When she gets her feet under, and she can put a full rip on it. She hits, with about as much power as anybody in the league, really.
23-16. Hempel out to serve, and sends it diagonal. Bumped up here on the second touch, hit for the back row by Rob Dean. Hempel with a set. Wheeler tipped off the block, saved by Rob Dean, but that ball will fall to the floor. 24-16.
Yeah, I got Wheeler with 7 kills and Kristen with 7 kills. So our outside hitters are getting it done tonight.
Hempel here on the serve, floats it short, received by Akins. Comes the attack in the middle, try to tip, and Hempel laying out for her. Good effort, but finds the open space on the floor. Point for the Akins Eagles. 24-17 are scoring set 2. And Akins on the serve. Donald sends it down the line, received by Cohen. Passer to the middle. Oh, Hempel having to try to dive and lay out for that one. Point
tough
for the
angle.
That was a tough play to have to make.
Yeah, it was a nice touch by her. It was, Kelsey had to kind of go in the wrong direction there, away from her, and see if we can get a quick side out and get this set behind us.
Received by Cohen, bumped up in the air. Cohen's going to hit it here to the left side. Here comes Jams. Power tip to the right back corner. Into the net. Point for the Cavaliers. That takes care of set number 2. 25-18. And, there was, obviously Kelsey's performance as far as getting the pancakes, is getting the aces, hitters converting on a number of different things. Yeah, solid, but, still, this Cavalier team still trying to get into top gear and a little sluggish, but the win is a win in each of these sets.
Yeah, I think actually I think I give Akins some credit. I think they're starting to play a little better. They're swinging a little more freely. They are staying away from our middles. They're pushing the ball to the outside. We made a few errors here or there, but in general, it was a pretty solid. Pretty solid set. I think if I'm coach right now, I say, okay, this is our potentially our last set here heading into the playoffs. Let's make a little statement in this one. Let's get started. We kind of went down both of these sets early, 0-4, 0-6. Let's take the lead early and maybe put the hammer down a little bit. But in general, we're hitting well. Defense looks solid. Not too much to complain about for sure.
Oh yeah, and this could be the last set for some of these kids as well. So, I mean, they play with pretty good effort. And I think that's one with some of these teams that have nothing to lose. That sometimes you play better in those circumstances because the pressure's all off by this point. So, you've had all this time to work and improve, and it's a really good opportunity for Akins to try to just, build the bridge into your next season. Yep. But let's go to everybody's favorite section, Cavs in college. I still need sounder music for this. This is disappointing. Yeah. Sorry to fail K-Mac Nation here, but Audrey Scrafford right now is University of Chicago, ranked number 12 in the Division III poll at 25-3, hitting 275, averaging about 3.6 kills per set. Had 11 kills in a 3-2 win over Augustana. And they're going to have their senior day on Friday versus Elmhurst. I believe that game is at 4, but they got maybe a couple more matches before they get to tournament time.
They're having a nice season. It sounds like she's having a nice career there.
Sounds like a pretty nice school there. I think it's kind of the med school side of things. So I'm trying to recall exactly what major she was in. Leah Mulkey right now, the Rebels struggling a bit in conference play, 2-7, 12-11 overall. But hey, they beat their rival Mississippi State 3-1.
Nice.
Leah led Ole Miss with 5 blocks.
Wow, good for her.
And they're going to face Auburn on Friday. Again, this is a redshirt sophomore. She's third on the team in total attacks.
Nice.
And, I mean, she's getting a lot of opportunities out there. I mean, the hitting percentage is probably, a little bit low, but, I mean, when you're playing SEC competition with the level of athletes there, like, holy moly. And Skylar Besh, last but certainly not least, 8-12, 4-6 in Southland Conference play. Had 45 assists against Sam Houston State. They had 2 losses, one to Abilene Christian and Southeastern. Sam Houston State, that game in Huntsville. Team is going to face Southeastern Louisiana on a Saturday on the road, and then they have Houston Baptist after that. Kristen's going to go play sand out there, but, some Cavs to the Southland. I think Coach played for UTSA when they were still in the Southland Conference.
Okay, nice. Well, I just got an update from my friend. I guess Smiths Valley and New Braunfels are 47 minutes late. Their first serve just happened. So.
Wow, that is quite a late start. So, and first serve on over by the Akins Eagles, Caleb Munoz, a little too strong, and a point for the Cavaliers to get going on set 1 or set number 3. Yeah, wow, this match has gone by so quickly. I still feel like we're at set 1. All right, Claymire sends it here at Ron Dean. Pass out of system here by Munoz, hit by Ron Dean again. Cohen trying to save it. And a point for the Akins Eagles as we're tied up 1 apiece as we go to set 3.
Yeah, I think it's Akins' best front line here with the players they have in there right now.
Received here by Watts. Sasha with a rise smack, dug up here in the back middle and into the net. And the attack by Emily De La Garza, senior, here for the Akins Eagles. And a point for the Cavaliers, up 2-1. All right, Kelsey Cohen, the dealer, sends it here, and another ace for Kelsey Cohen. That is 8 aces, like a blackjack deck in here.
Wow, I'm going to take a look at the season ace leaders. She might be creeping up on them by
she
now.
might have just like overtaken everybody in one night. Who knows? Well, I'll take a look here at the stats. She's set here on the right side. Ron Dean with a smack and a kill.
Ron Dean's
right
a nice
sequence.
Nice, yeah. She's a nice player. She puts some good swings on the ball. She can elevate. She's got some power. It's one of their better players on their side. But if I remember correctly, Kristen was leading in aces and Abby was second.
Yeah,
I'm not positive.
Yeah, I mean Cohen would have to have like 17 aces tonight. And I think she could do it.
She's on track.
She's on pace for about, and we'll have a ace here for the Akins Eagles. But
I love her serving tonight, though. I hope she keeps that going for next week. Well, this guy is quick.
Yeah. 3-3. Head on over here by Allison Butler. Here's a set by Watts. Here comes Erie diagonal. Too strong. Down the left
nice
side.
Nice looking play. Just missed the right side. Nice angle there. Nothing wrong with that. We'll take that. Just a quick miss, just slightly.
Serve receive here by Claymire. Cavaliers down 4-3. Here's James Wheeler. Set here to the right side. Block back. Wheeler hits it over with 2 hands. Akins hustling for it. They'll call for the freebie. Now back here in transition. First touch by Erie. Erie hits again. Block back. Get kept up by Hamilton. Claymire calls for it. Hits it across. Set here to the left side. Oh, off balance tip, and that's going to be a point for the Cavaliers. Akins thought they'd have a conversion attempt, but that set a little too high.
Akins still fighting. They a lot of good hustle on both sides of the net on that play. Another good rally. Fans got into that one a little bit. They're still fighting.
4-4. We'll have McKenna Eklund out here with Cassidy, Erie, James Wheeler, Savannah Arredondo here for the first time tonight. And we'll have Kelsey Cohen and Kristen Claymire. Cavaliers tied at 4 as McKenna dribbles, and smacks. And into the net, point for the Akins Eagles. Yeah, at this angle, it looked like it was going to cross over and drop down, but
I like that angle from here. So, Mike, you've been doing this a little while. When do they announce the playoff details? Will that be tomorrow? Thursday?
It's hard to coach before the game. They said they have like 3 sites in mind, from what I understand. And here comes the set here from Eklund. Here comes Wheeler. The 18-wheeler with the rip. Honk, honk. Get out of the way. That's a semi-train you can't stop. The Wheeler in the sky with a point.
I do remember that formation they used to run. I believe that was like the game winner for that big Notre Dame game.
Yep.
They ran that play.
Yeah, that was the strangest Texas football game I've ever seen. It was they blocked two-point the block point after that led to a game-tying point for Notre Dame.
Yeah, did they run it back? Did they run it back?
Yeah, they ran it back all the way to the house. Okay, so here's the dig up by Rio, set here by Eklund. Here comes Claymire. KK with the touch and the point for the Cavaliers.
Nice little sharp cut shot there. Right inside the 2-foot line on the right side. Very difficult to defend.
Here we go, 6-5. Rio launches it deep. Set here from the middle, here across. Touched up and first covered by Kristen. Now here comes Savannah. Savannah tipped off.
Hey!
There you go, Savannah. Point for the Cavaliers.
Nice kill by
Man, I thought I was going to get that one.
Yeah, you were trying. I like the form.
We're just about effort here at KMAX Sports. Try to get after it.
Nice play. Nice cover by Kristen there on that short tip. I like to see that.
7-5. Here comes Diamond Rio on the serve. Sends it across. And in front of the net on the right side. Touch going to be a double call. That was a tough place for Caroz to try to set the ball. We saw that Torres kid do a really fantastic job of having her back laterally to the net and make a play. And she was doing that like butter. Set here from the right side by Caroz, hit by Folkwide, tipped off the top of the tape. That was not touched by the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Point 9-5, Lake Travis leading.
Starting to see our blocking wear a little bit on these hitters. We've seen it before.
All right, Dan Rio still leading the charge. And an ace for Diamond Rio. Says Cavaliers, meet me in the middle. That's a bit that will never get old to me.
Yeah, I like that one. Taylor's done a nice job serving this year as well. We get on little runs when she's back there.
10-5, Rio sends it here. Another ace for Taylor Rio.
Tonight might be one of our best serving nights from an ace perception.
This is definitely this is by far the most aces we've seen. I mean, serve receive is tough, and we're seeing Blake Travis kind of go directionally. And that's one of the things, I don't understand, system volleyball to a degree that, a lot of people do. So I don't know the thought process that goes behind where you want to tell your kids to hit, what their approach is. But, I mean, from my perspective, I just felt like maybe we're doing too much of the same thing that till we mix up our spots. But, again, I'm not in practice. You're not in the part of the game plan.
Yeah,
you don't know what it is that what result you're trying to create. So
yeah, what I see Coach does a lot of, which is smart volleyball. You'll see a lot of times them trying to serve the outside hitter, get them out of their rhythm for hitting purposes.
11-5. Yep, here we go on the left side. Hit on over by Cotter. Hit on over here, left side hit. Claymire with a tap two off the face. Still live and hit on the left side as Caroz looked down to the floor as said that one's going to leave a mark. 12-5.
They used to call that a six-pack. So
yeah,
we're I hope she's okay. Actually, that was a heck of a shot right to the temple. Kristen's swinging really well.
Let's go, Kristen. Tough one. 12-5. Rio here on the serve. Serve receive an issue here tonight for Eagles, but Cavaliers serving great. Set here in the middle of Caroz sets it. And welcome back, Cotter. Chase Cotter with the hit on the left side and the elevation.
Yeah, you've been waiting for that one, huh?
I wanted to use that song as an intro, but we don't do as much music anymore.
Yeah, I like that.
The kid was right in front of us. So what is this? What do you guys broadcast for us? The kid turned on to KMAX Sports tonight.
That was a really nice play. That was like a shoot set to the outside, really quick. They got the timing right on that one. That was a nice hit.
O'Donnell sends a diagonal received here by Cohen. Here's Claymire. Oh my Lord, hit everything on that one, but still live here on the Akins side. Touch shot received over. Cohen passes here. Eklund the set behind. Here comes Savannah. Tipped and blocked back. Point for the Akins Eagles. 12-7.
Well, getting a little energy in the gym here. The two nice plays in a row by Akins. Let's see if we can get a side out.
Those have been two incredible Kristen Claymire swings, though, and that's hit off the antenna on the serve point for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Kristen's really unloading right now. Swinging fully, really swinging freely, and I hope she can continue that into the playoffs. That's just, one of her better hitting performances, I would say, that I've seen in a little while.
All right, Ginger Baldwin. I've been thinking night and day of trying to find a nickname for Ginger Baldwin, but Ginge is just going to have to wail on this one. The righty floats it over. Great serve here near side. Pass across the floor. Hit on over by O'Donnell. Received by Rio. Set here by Ekman. Here comes KK.
Oh.
Hit knocks down the computer. Great shot, Kristen. Closest to monitor. Right on target.
We were a little slow reaction over here on our side. So just I say Kristen's having a great night. She hits one out, but she was due. She's fine.
And it'll be Zola Moore. And our computer's fine. No worries. Right on target, though. Hit on by Ardondo here on the third touch. Received here by O'Donnell. Set here on the right side. Welcome back, Cotter. Misses here on the strike. And 14-8. For the young folks, that was a show featuring John Travolta back in the 70s, or like the 80s, or I don't know when TV was invented, but it had that one guy. He used to be like a poker announcer too. And an ace.
Wow.
Is that Rio still on the serve here for the Cavaliers?
No, Abby's back.
Okay, it was Abby.
Yeah,
I was like,
we had a side out.
Like, how do we not? Okay. 15-8. Here comes Watts on the serve. He's got a variety of different serves, but sends this one middle deep floor. Hit by Romdeen, bumped up in the air by Baldwin. Nice set here by Watts. Here comes Kristen with the eraser with the left hand. Bumped around out of system. Hit on over. Oh, and that's going to be a point. Annalie Rubio hesitating for a moment. And that's going to be a point for the Akins Eagles. 16-8. Tough night here for Akins.
Yeah, unforced error by Akins there. You just can't have those against Lake Charles. You can't have many. You can't give us points because we're going to take our fair share or unfair share, you might say.
And there's a serve received, pass, and that one's going to go in front of the Akins bench.
Another ace. I mean, we're 20-plus in aces maybe this match. It'll be interesting to see what that number looks like. But
that was Gabe Kaplan. That's what it was.
Yeah,
and the cast of Welcome Back, Cotter, John Travolta. I don't know who any of these other people are, but that was 1975, which about 10 years, a little before my time. So a dated reference here for Cavs Nation. But
so you were saying they have the locations narrowed down potentially for the match.
If it's going to be between Smith Valley and Bronzeville's, generally what we've seen is. Okay, so the locations that I can remember, so we were at Dripping Springs last year for the Reagan match. We were at Marble Falls 2 years ago for that one in Churchill. All right, Watts here on the serve. Sent here middle of the floor, bot, and set by Gross. Touched. Claymire there first, saving as Baldwin at a point here for the Akins Eagles. 17-9, 8-point lead, but... So I would probably guess either between going to Hayes, maybe Dripping Springs.
Down that
trying
way
to find somewhere probably between San Antonio and Austin that's not too far for either team. So set here on the right side. Here comes a hit. Claymire sends with the laser, middle of the floor. Point for the Cavaliers. 18-9.
Another great swing by Kristen. She is swinging well this match. Just put that away right between the blocks. Very difficult for them to defend that. And this is more the set that Coach Bourne probably is looking for. Let's extend it right here.
Here we go. Kristen Claymire with authority. Pumped up here. Here comes the third touch by Romdeen. Tipped off the block. Baldwin's going to pass behind. There comes Jams. Jams sends it deep a little too far for the point for the Akins Eagles. 18-10. I mean, we're 7 points away from calling the regular season a wrap here, folks. And Akins, as Cotter sends it here at Baldwin. Hit by Wheeler, blocked back, blocked by Romdeen. Gets a little stare on over there.
I like it. A little stare.
There you go.
They got a little life.
Tude.
Is she a senior or
no, she
sophomore?
Sophomore.
Oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna see her for a while. Yeah, I like the way she plays.
Yeah. There you go. Serve received by Jams. Bumped up here with one hand, diving as Watts. Wheeler on the third touch. Set from the right side, set across net. Paul sends it, bumped by Claymire first. Set by Watts. Here comes Kristen with the answer too far.
Pretty active here tonight.
Yeah, we're getting some work back here. I've not been working out much lately, so I can use the exercise. Got a lot of stuff going on. 18-12.
Well, good time out by Coach. I think, just settle him down a little bit and finish out this set. But, I like to see the fire by Akins a little bit here. They will not in each set, they just will refuse to kind of just roll over, which I like to see that fight. This team will be, I see them progressing. They have some young players on their team, and
I mean, in our district, we need a competition.
We do.
We want these teams to do well.
Absolutely.
Because you got to keep getting pushed through district play. And there's a serve receive by Baldwin, set by Watts behind. There comes Keeley. Keeley through the block on the right side. Keeley the killer. Point for the Cavaliers, 19-12. The Hamilton show for the Cavaliers.
nice swing there.
Hamilton's coming to Austin, actually. I see that you better get tickets to it. But if you can't, the Hamilton show at Lake Travis, also very good. It's very good. 19-12. Serve received here by Ramdeen. Bumped in front of the net. They'll send it across the net. Hamilton nearly jousting it. Watts passing around. Cohen bumps it up in the air. Here comes the 18-wheeler. Touch on over. Hit back. Saved there by Watts. Overpass. Ramdeen sends it deep. One-hand save by Claymire. And Wheeler steps to the net. Point for the Cavaliers. Comes here to the broadcast table. Let's go Wheeler in the sky.
Yeah, nice swing down the line by Wheeler, right off the block. That was a nice little rally there. A couple nice saves. I like to see us kid those short balls. That was a nice play by Abby there. Keep that rally alive.
Cohen now floats the serve here on the near side, right side. Set up to go to Ramdeen. Another give and go. Block back. And blocked by Lake Erie. And jams.
Block City's back.
Yeah. Block City didn't go anywhere. It's open it's the vacation destination. Uh-oh. Where did we? Okay. Well, I had our broadcast up. Now we are. All right. Serve received here by the Akins Eagles. Bumped around, hit on the right side. Hamilton smacks it deep. Covered up. Sent here on the other side.
They're fighting. Let's get a quick side out here and finish this off.
Serve receive here for the Cavaliers. Claymire, low pass, bumped here by Erie. Watts will preview this here on the third. Bump short. Set across the net for Kwai. Over the block, covered up by Claymire. Pass out of play. Now here comes Hamilton. Gets it. Oh, and hits the antenna.
Tough play. Nice hustle by Hamilton there, by Keeley. Now we just need to get a passing system on our offense.
And an ace here for Akins. 21-15.
Well, I tell you, that's another play. I think the ref, we weren't set.
Yeah, I was just like, what happened? Wait.
He is fast.
I just signaled to him to slow it down. I'll see if he listens. Bumped here by Watts. He shouldn't listen to me. Tipped off the block. Ramdeen bumped up here on the right side. Avery Gill hits it through the block. Covered up by Claymire back row. Castieri tips it on the downswing. Bumped up here. Gill's going to hit it from the right side. Cover Watts and a point for the Akins Eagles, 21-16.
Coach might get another timeout here. I don't know. Akins will not go away. I would say that I think it was 15 points the first set, 18 the second, and we're trying to get a sub in. He had already called the whistle. I mean, this guy.
He's got a hot date tonight.
Yeah, it's like Tuesday night, right? It's not Friday.
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday. You got to get to the Mexican restaurants before they close. Ekman hits it on the right side of the net. Smacked on over by Ramdeen on the first touch. Watts with a set. Here comes Jams. Jams down the line. Bumped up here from the right back. Bumped up here again. Falkwai just in the air. Hits it diagonal. Watts sets. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler with a drop and a perfect shot there by Jams. Wheeler pump up the Jams, Mike.
I love it. Great shot. They were on their heels. She had been swinging so aggressively. That was a perfect time tip play right there. I don't like to see us do it too often. That was perfectly timed. Yeah, it was a changeup. That's exactly what it was.
Eklund here sends it. Left side, set from the middle here to hit to the right side. Avery Gill down the line. Cohen bumps it up in the air. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler tips off the block. Bumped here from the left side. Here comes Falkwai. Rise and smack.
Falkwai's gotten better as the game's gone on. She looks a lot more comfortable. She's swinging. Boy, she's got some hops. I'd love to know what her vertical is. Boy, she jumps out of the gym. Once she learns to open up her shoulder a little bit, look out. I mean, she kind of got a little short swing, but nice swing by her.
22-17. Cavaliers in serve receive. Cohen bumps it. Here comes it set on over by Ekman. Jams, drop shot. Good touch on over, recovered up though by Akins. Out of system play, and Falkwai running backwards hits that one into the net, 23-17. And not many players can make that one. Especially asking a freshman, too. That's a tough play for
Yeah,
him.
a little unforced error there, but hey, I like the fight by this team, and you said it earlier, a few minutes ago. We want to see these teams get better. We need competition in the in our league.
Rio serves it, set here to the right side, full quiet, lobs it diagonal. Bump by the International House of Pancakes. Cohen KK smacks it over. Tipped on over on the first touch. Erie bumps it on over. Kristen. Holy moly! Massachusetts. That is a big smack by Kristen Claymeyer, 24-17.
Nice swing by Kristen. She's putting some good rips on the ball tonight, swinging with confidence. I like what I see from our hitters tonight. I really do. Most of them are really swinging efficiently tonight.
Set point, or match point here for Rio. Sends it on over jousting. Point for the Cavaliers. Game, set, match for the Cavaliers, 25-17. That is a final. And that closes the book on this chapter of the regular season, as Cavaliers winning 25-16, 25-18, and 25-17. Cavaliers win. The Cavaliers win.
Cavaliers win, Mike.
I'm not trying to undersell that one, but it's sort of like, we know what's next.
Is that win number 40? Is that right?
That is...
It's pretty high-level math for me.
Yeah, I know. It's really like you got to add the one, and... it's match number 45, and Cavaliers pick up win number 32. And
32. Okay. I don't know why I thought 39. So.
Yeah, well, we feel it. You're
you know what I'm thinking?
You've probably seen so many matches this year. It's hard to keep up with all.
Yeah, what I was probably thinking is 7 more will get us to that state title game, and that would be 39. So, good job, Akins.
Hey, nice effort, guys.
Yeah.
Tough loss for Akins team for some of those kids. It's the last match they'll face.
Nice match, girls. Nice match. Yeah.
Delia Caroz, Allison Butler.
So where did they finish? Where did we finish in the district then?
It's Westlake probably, unless they somehow get shocked by Austin High tonight. That means it was 16-2.
16-2. Well, I tell you, obviously we wanted more in district play. Looking back at our record in district, I think this is Coach Warren's best record in the district, and probably
think
best overall
so.
record.
I think that year that we were, we had way more matches this year compared to last year, because last year it was a smaller district.
Okay.
So I think we really only played
I think we were 6-6 last year.
Yeah, we only played 12 matches in here.
I saw about an 8-4, maybe a couple years ago. So. This is all about taking steps as a program, and I think that you could say, yes, we took a step forward. Last year we finished 4th in the district. This year we're going to finish 2nd. We were able to get over that hump of beating Westlake in the district. Unfortunately, we had that one rough week where we ended up 2nd in district, but now these seniors and this group of girls, I believe if they can believe in each other and play to the best of what we've seen them play this year, I think this team has enough talent to go deep, and they shouldn't be afraid to say that our goal is to win the state championship. I believe that they can get pretty deep in this playoff run, and as well as I do, Mike, when you get into these playoff kind of tournament kind of schedules, anything can happen. That's what we love about sports.
Yeah, it's a matter because you can have teams that are super hyped up. You're top 5, and this is the most unbeatable team, and then all of a sudden you get in a headspace that a team's got a matchup, or they've got a bit of info on you that they can take advantage of, or you're a little tougher than they are, or maybe they're at the wrong time, you're at the right time. So when I was an assistant coach at a program called Lacrosse Central up in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Won a state title 2 years ago, made it to one a year before, or just in the last Final Four. And the coaching staff there ad nauseum would say, what's your record? 0-0. And they would say it between every game. They would say it between every, in the timeout, he just asked his team, he said, what's the score? It's 0-0. So,
yeah.
And that's a mentality that we have to have. And
we're going into one. Look out.
I have to get gifts. You guys didn't have to do this, but I really appreciate this. So we have to do the reveal here with the seniors.
Oh, that's
all
awesome.
right. Hey, Mike, be a second. We'll grab a microphone for Coach. She's coming over. All right, what do we got here? All right, let me put this in so I can hear you guys. All right. Oh, no. This is like special, isn't it? Okay. All right. You guys know how much I love attention, but
You ever see a grown man cry? I mean, we may. Oh
Yeah.
wow! Look at that.
special. Get this. This is very cool. This is very cool.
Oh wow, that's nice.
High five. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are fun. Wouldn't have done it if you guys weren't good. Imagine if we were like not good. Like how enthusiastic. I mean, that's seriously the nicest thing anybody's ever like. I had kids that didn't do this last year. Like I was coaching for Lord's sake.
Nice,
So,
very nice.
well, I mean, you guys are terrific. So much fun to watch you play and play with the kind of energy that you do. That hey, we're right behind you. Nice job of the aces there tonight, kid. Kelsey. Wow, that's very cool. I appreciate it. Coming here all the way. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Get a picture.
All right. Okay. I don't know how this works, but I don't think. All right. Do we do this thing? Do we do this thing? That's what we do. All right. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Do we keep taking photos? Super seniors. Oh, there's something else in there? Okay. All right. All right. You guys are awesome. Oh, I feel like this is a piece of clothing. Oh, it's a shirt, isn't it? All right. This is... Oh, hoodie. You guys are doubly awesome. It could have been a shirt. It's got a hood on it. I'll stay warm. These gyms get cold. You guys are the best. Seriously. I love you guys. LT Nation, let's go! This is super special. I can't wait to watch. Hold on. Let me put down this microphone. It looks great on me, to be honest. You guys rule.
Finally, he's got some Lake Travis gear. I like it.
Everything. I'm a dude, so I'm not allowed to have any emotions, but this is seriously the nicest thing anybody's ever done.
Yeah, I like the red. This is good. You got to wear that to the playoff game.
They warned me. They said they would have something, and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't think much of it, but
Man, this
put it in
really
a nice frame and everything, you know? Like, that's seriously the nicest thing anyone's ever... Hey, let me help you here with the door.
Sorry about that.
Wow. Wow, Mike, I mean, this is going to be a very confusing for our listeners who are wondering what was going on. The seniors came over with a nice frame photo, a big frame photo. I got to find a place to put this.
Really nice frame sign and a great Lake Travis sweatshirt. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I
really
love
nice.
Hoodies are my favorite thing ever, and they
Yeah.
gave me like literally the best one I could ask for. So
Awesome.
I love this.
Good group of
Keep
girls.
this forever. Nobody can have this but me. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, no, it's
Like-
a great group of seniors. It's just.
Yeah, I was nervous because like I heard like well they'll have something for you. And I'm like, I don't know about this. I
That's
don't.
nice.
Well,
and you'll be able to follow. I'm
I-
feeling more than
Number one fan.
more than one of those. Yeah, more than two of them that are already committed. I'm sure a few other of those will probably be on our Cavs in college next year, so
Yeah.
you can follow their career as they move forward. That was really nice of them and very thoughtful. I mean, Coach Morin and these girls.
Are we still on the air? Let me make sure
I
we
don't know.
are still on, so we're not. That didn't just go uncovered. Wow. I thought we were just gonna have a game out here, Mike B. Secker, and then we had like a moment before we go to playoffs.
Yeah, I
How
like
about
it.
the
I like
Champs?
it. I like it. They, it's such a great group of girls, and I think, Coach just does so many thoughtful things in this program. I think last night they had their kind of last little sisters group together, and my youngest is part of that, and no, it's exciting, man. You deserve it. It's you know, that you put a lot of heart and soul into this, and the girls
And it was never
recognize that.
work. None of this was ever work, Mike. Like, that's the thing. If you love what you do, like, none of this is ever like, I got to do this for the It's like, no, let's do this for the team. Let's go. Like, it was never like any of this was never difficult. I mean, there's parts of learning stuff that, as we get better with the broadcast side of things.
No, it's great. I think it's been a fun season.
I'm sorry, it's
been it's been fun. I'm glad you guys invited me on. I've enjoyed it, and I think the families and the people that listen. I hear people talk to me all the time about it. They love it, and I know KMAC now. Is doing some boys volleyball because Glenn Litsky heard some of our broadcasts we were doing. He's like, we need to promote the boys volleyball scene. But I think, it was a fun season for these girls. I mean, that run they had in the middle was electric, and it's not over. It's not over.
The thing my family could tell you, Mike, has said ever since I was young, I've had to strive to be original. I guess that's just an thing. So, like, this was something that basketball's been done to death. Football's been done to death. Everybody's a baseball broadcaster, and there's not very many that chose the path of volleyball, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, surrounded by the right people to kind of make our own mark on something that's so unique that
and I think
that I love it. It's like, this is my favorite time of the year, even though I love all these other sports. They're great to do, but hey, this is the place that bought into me first, and in the process I found out, hey, this game's pretty awesome, Mike.
It's fun. I tell you, it's I don't know much about broadcasting, but it's got to be a little. It's got to be a little bit of a challenge.
You're still on. Okay, yep, I'm still here. So, all right, that is our final. I don't think we'll have a post game here with Coach, but thank you guys. Wow.
Well, and the season's not done, Mike. We got.
Yeah. Oh my Lord! So we're gonna
Monday or Tuesday night, I guess.
It's likely gonna be Tuesday, from what I understand. The 30th. Likely gonna be on the road.
Okay.
So that's.
Well, I'll be there, and maybe we'll get the dream team, or Mike will figure it out. Yeah.
So.
Congrats, Mike. Well deserved. Enjoyed it.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys. This is pretty cool.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
All right, that is our final. 25-17. Cavaliers win. That's our last of our broadcast in the regular season. It's playoff time. Let's get fired up. All right, that is our final of the night. Mike Inglet signing off for Mike Biesecker, Les Clary, our QA and producer, from Ro Bertrand, Christina Weber, Student Event Cat, and the entire KMAC crew. So long, everybody. We'll see you at the next one. Good night.